It's some time.
What if all cars were electric?
Why only cars? Even I look electric.
Oh, some. There will be a number of advantages as electric cars are considered to be much more environmentally friendly. Firstly, air pollution would greatly reduce as it is estimated that road transportation is responsible for more than 50% of nitrogen oxides and carbon monoxide emissions. Secondly, our respiratory tract would be a much happier place as road transportation is responsible for more than 40% of particulate matter emissions. Thirdly, mortality rate will reduce as WHO estimates that outdoor air pollution is responsible for more than 4.2 million deaths yearly. There would be some relatively minor disadvantages though. Firstly, car ownership would get expensive as electric cars are expensive as compared to fossil fuel cars. Heavy reliance on rare earth elements as well as lithium and cobalt for battery production. Thus, we might face a different kind of environmental challenges. What if we walk 10 miles every day?
You walk. I will just order my burger online.
Oh, some. There are lots of positives if you do so. Firstly, your chances of getting fresh air will increase. Secondly, there will be great psychological benefits of enjoying the surroundings as well as meeting new people. Thirdly, science says that good exercise leads to better sleep, which leads to higher overall energy levels. Fourthly, if you are overweight, then this will definitely be helpful. You will burn a lot of calories and lose weight. Fifthly, it will make your heart strong by keeping the cardiovascular diseases away. Lastly, your leg muscle endurance and bone strength will also increase. On a funnier note, you might get inspired to participate in Tour de France or the Ironman Challenge. Note that if you are suffering from knee or ankle pain, then walking 10 miles every day should be avoided. What if plastic was never invented?
No problemo. Instead of plastic, people will use a mastic.
Stop it, some. Plastic is not biodegradable. As compared to organic waste, it takes hundreds of years to decompose. No plastic means land and water pollution would be reduced by a great extent. But plastic is cheap, extremely easy to manufacture, very versatile, and doesn't get affected by water. It would be very difficult to replace plastic. Glass and paper can theoretically replace plastic, but this would come at a grave cost. Firstly, it would prove to be expensive. Secondly, as paper is made from trees, it can prove to be a disaster for the environment. Electronics industry would greatly suffer as plastic is widely used everywhere, from computers to smartphones. To conclude, instead of banning plastic altogether, banning the use of single-use plastic seems like a solution the world is waiting for. What if we planted 1 trillion trees?
I will eat 1 billion burgers.
Oh, some. There are about 3 trillion trees on Earth right now, so planting 1 trillion trees would increase that number by 33%. The impact will definitely be positive for Earth as well as all the living things. But this will not immediately solve the climate change problem. Firstly, freeing up so much land for planting trees seems like a mammoth task. Secondly, these trees would take a number of years to grow big enough to make any meaningful contribution towards reducing carbon dioxide from air. Thirdly, if we do nothing about emissions and keep on adding carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, then by the time trees grow, we would have added more than 1 trillion tons of carbon dioxide, thus nullifying the effects of these trees. So, plantation of trees plus cut-in emissions are the need of the hour. What if everyone went vegetarian?
Then I will turn pizzatarian.
No. Meat industry requires a lot of land to feed and maintain livestock. This leads to deforestation and an increase in greenhouse gases. Turning vegetarian would free up that land, restoring at least 70% of it to natural forests, thus cooling the planet. Also, today there are around 1 billion cows who excrete large amounts of methane. Methane is a deadly poisonous gas, 20 times more harmful than other greenhouse gases. Cutting out meat would decrease methane in the atmosphere. Human deaths would also go down. Chronic illnesses, cancers, strokes, etc. would drastically reduce, leading to reduced medical costs as well. However, the meat industry generates a lot of employment. We would need to think of alternative employment measures if everybody goes vegetarian. But the overall positive impact on the climate, our health, and the planet cannot be ignored.